Truck Hub Issue 5 is here, and with its 2 distinct covers and over 160 glossy pages of truck content, it has something for everyone. Starting with Nick Meyer's Coyote-powered Roadster Shop chassis-equipped F100, including Mark Austin's 572 cubic inch powered Creative Rod and Custom built 65 C10, and taking a trip back in time with John Cuck's Steadfast Manufacturing built, stock but not so stock 29 Model A pickup. How about Danny Carrasco's premier street rods built 56 Chevy Stepside on a beautiful set of Budnick wheels, and one for you second gen C10 folks, Jimmy Shaw's Greening Auto Company built 70 GMC Stepper, and finally Brad Potter's 1949 Chevy truck that Eddie's Rod and Custom gave the full treatment. Be sure and subscribe to Truck Hub Mag today by visiting truckhubmag.com. Print different. Put our lives in Mike's hands. Can't see a thing on this GoPro. This is us going to Atlanta. Nope, not going to Atlanta. This is us going to the airport. This is what we're dealing with. Alright guys, so we made it to the gate. Mike didn't have his mask up because he's a rule breaker. I just pulled it down to talk on the camera. But we're so made it to the airport and headed to Boise, pick up the burb, meet up with Derek. So we'll see you on the plane maybe for a minute. Yeah, I'll text it to you. Love you. Oh, that's super awkward. First flight, Michael?
How long?
Because it was.
Like super clammy.
Welcome to an airplane. Feel like you need a shower?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about some chili instead?
Hell yeah. What are you doing? How did you get the GoPro?
I stole it.
Oh, it feels so good.
Do you want Idaho merchandise?
Nope, I just want a bathroom and some water.
Okay, don't film the bathroom, Robbie.
Why not?
That's weird.
I think it's normal. You ready? I lost my little lid and that's it, my little top.
Wait, you left it in there like that?
Sure did. Attached it with that S hook. Baller. I think he's in his Tundra. Alright guys, so if you haven't figured it out, we're at the Boise airport waiting on our buddy Derek, who has been holding it together for us till we got here. We'll explain that a little more in a minute. Dude, what is up, man? I feel like I know you.
I know, what's up?
This is Mike and Anna. This is Derek.
You're not a giant.
I told you, he just only looks like that on TV. Hi guys, so this is Derek, by the way. We'll tell you more about him in a minute, but he's been holding together for us to get out here for like 35 days.
So does that stay white all year round up there, or does it get kind of green up there?
Oh, it gets green. It's not usually that white, so
It's not that.
I can't remember if I put deodorant on, so I'm sorry if y'all smell body odor.
Dude, I put it on.
I figured Georgia
I put it on
people
like a whole
smell.
bunch.
You figured Georgia people smell?
Yeah.
God!
Well, it is humid there 90% of the time.
Enough for off road. Said the same thing.
You two can't be teaming up this whole trip here.
You guys ready to get to work?
No, we're actually ready to go eat the chili that Derek's awesome wife made for us.
Here's your keys.
That's what we're ready for. Oh, these are the burb keys? Oh, it's got a boat floater.
I haven't taken that off.
It's okay. Robbie does lots of boating.
I do in my John boat. Thank you very much.
That's what I'm saying.
Gosh, you always sound so critical, Anna.
That's because people in the comments think I'm mean.
You are mean because you say things like that.
Yeah. Like.
Like that.
Like that.
Like that.
It's around the corner.
That's not the Suburban, Robbie.
I know, but that's a pretty rad bird. I'm trying to stay warm, man.
It is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is how you come up to your house. Dude, I have seen so many pictures of this. And this is how it is. Of this bird sitting right here, or over there, or...
It is cubicle.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's definitely not.
It's definitely gold, but it ain't Yuba gold. Dude, that is rad. I think that'll do the trick.
Some kind of Neanderthal?
I
So,
haven't cleaned it since we talked.
yeah. That is just hanging there. But
They had a piece of rubber that the guy gave me.
it was way dirtier than this.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of work under here.
I don't know if it's still leaking oil because you can still see some of the oil in the intake manifold. Restarting it always spits out a little bit like drops something
Boise the bird, baby.
or something that's like leaked in.
Man, suspension work, new shocks. God, I cannot wait to. It's also supposed to be a 400. Man,
400 tab, the driver's side dipstick?
it may not be. It could be a 350. Just the grill said 400. I said we have. There's no spid. We don't have any of the. I could run the vent, I guess, but I didn't do that. Dang it! I should have got the windshield done. Forgot about that. Oh. Anna, look at this fresh back seat.
How did you get convinced of this?
She wanted to come. Don't let her fool you. Yeah. This is why we came to Boise. Actually, it's not why we came to Boise. This is a byproduct of why we came to Boise, because the real reason we came to Boise you'll see later in this video or in the second installment of this video. But this is what we bought out here to pull the real reason we came out here home. And man, I'm just as excited about it. So that's where it was leaking a little antifreeze down into the floor.
3,000 miles.
I know.
What'd you say?
He said the guy you bought it from said he drove it 600 miles, and then he said, I don't know about that. And I said, well, we're about to drive it 3,000 miles.
Yes, we are. Oh, I know about it. I think he did. I think he just kept an eye on the oil and never worried about the leaks.
Didn't touch anything.
But you touched all the bolts, didn't you, Derek?
No, I did not.
You touched a lot of them. Oil pan, valve covers.
It should be leaking.
They were all loose.
It did.
It used to. I don't think it's leaking now. The whole thing was covered.
Yeah, the bolts on the valve covers were finger, like you could undo.
I mean, it's not. Has it been sitting right here without the cardboard under it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't.
It's not really leaking. It's just when you start it. Like it was
Got a
leaking
little-
from that transmission cooler.
Well, let's
that I
fire it
showed you.
up real quick. Give it the old 1-2, and then let's
You want to start it?
sure. What's the trick here,
He
Derek?
said half a pump, and then it starts right up pretty well. And that was tougher than before, but it's been sitting for a week, so it's really cold weather. And it does this like sputtering thing. It'll level out if you hit it.
All right, cold start. And the rear window rolls down, right?
It's not doing it. I need to plug it in again, I think.
Oh, what's it doing? Coming in
From the back.
done from the back?
You can try it again, but it wasn't doing it when I did it the other day, so I figured it came unplugged again.
Yeah, it's not. I wonder what that's about. Sweet. All right, guys, we're gonna go eat some chili and then pull this thing inside and figure out what's up with the heater core, which I hope it's the heater core. What? You're supposed to take care of the truck, not make it worse.
What's that? No, I was taking it out of the box and this center cap fell out and I think it broke off one of his little pegs.
God, this thing looks awesome. All right, guys, we made it to Boise. Here's the burb. Boise, not Boise, Boise. Oh, remember we fired it up right when we got here, and yeah, sucker fired right up. We didn't even let it get warm. Can't seem to keep that on the can't seem to keep that on the dash by any stretch. Oh, I'm so pumped. So we're getting one thing that we found out 2 days ago is this thing started puking antifreeze we think from the heater core. So we got a heater core sent here. We're about to get it all squared away now. So here we go. Good. All right, here we go. We just got to Boise and you're already wrenching?
Did you say it with a Z?
I did, I said it with a Z.
How do you say it?
Anna, how do you say it?
Boise.
Anna, how do you say it?
I'm gonna find something from here to say it. How do you say it again?
Boise.
Boise.
Boise. I don't think I got anybody saying it. Look, Anna, look in the camera and say it.
Boise.
So we're already in Boise and Mike's already wrenching on the burb because we found out a couple days ago that this thing decided it wanted to puke some antifreeze all into the floor and under this thing, and we're really hoping it's the heater core. I assume it is. So yeah, we're gonna put a heater core in it and hope that makes the difference. As I get choked.
Oh no! Robbie, no!
And then we're gonna come hang out with you guys at 8 p.m. for a little meetup. Derek picked the place. I'm just kidding. Hey Derek, what's up, man? What's up? Look, you got the perfect lighting and everything. Look at you. Okay, so guys, this is Derek. You're gonna see a lot of him over the next video or two, or maybe even 3, but he is a saint and an awesome friend because not only did we buy a truck from him and his dad a year ago, I came up with this crazy plan to fly out here, buy another vehicle to tow the other truck we bought from him a year ago back to Georgia. So this is what we ended up with. And he went and bought it for us. I mean, I gave him money, but he went and bought it, facilitated the whole deal, and checked it out, and has been working on it ever since. So we got a lot of photos and maybe even some cell phone videos I'm gonna throw in here of Derek giving us updates on this stuff. So y'all stay tuned for that. We're gonna drop that in right here, and then we're gonna come back and tell you, well, really how this all went down. So hang tight.
This is United by Trucks.
What do you think of Robbie's new Suburban, Danny?
Thanks for the beautiful, I don't know, to add to our landscaping.
Ooh, she said add to our landscaping.
I'm here for the pizza.
She's here for the pizza, not for the Suburban. She thinks it's the ugliest thing ever. Nothing personal.
I didn't say that.
There's another ranch.
I did have to explain this to my neighbors though.
Tell me where you found this thing.
It was at this dude's parents' house, sitting on their side of their place, parked. And you found it on Marketplace, and I went and checked it out, but I definitely wasn't going to be the one that owned saying yes or no. I made you look at every square inch. I didn't want any of that pressure, and I probably pointed out every single detail that was wrong with this thing, and all my concerns, and
which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what this thing looked like when you picked it up.
It was pretty grandpa'd out. It had like 2000-ish 8-lug like Silverado wheels on there that hadn't been cleaned since probably 2000-ish.
Yeah.
And
it was awful.
And it had those sweet running boards on.
Oh yeah, that nobody's come to pick up off Marketplace yet. So if you're looking for some sweet aluminum running boards that fit a burb, square body burb, there you go.
They're at Derek's house because we'll leave them here.
Yeah.
Engine bay is a total wreck. It's still not perfect, but it runs, and it's does decent right now. And you know, just small stuff around the body and the grill and the.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the grill. So Derek actually did a lot of this work in preparation for us to come out here. So AMD sent us a grill out, so we got a new grill because the grill was all busted up. These are actually the tires that were on it, but I sent out some Steelies from Summit, the Will Ventiques, and a set of caps. Sent those out here because, well, you know, we like things to look period correct. And then Derek facilitated, well, most everything, but Derek specifically facilitated this thing going over to Boise Spring Works and getting the leaf spring packs rebuilt, new shocks. They actually fixed the sag in the rear. It's got a 1-inch block in there too, but they actually just rebuilt everything and added some metal in there. So I think it's got a pretty good stance now. When we get it out, we'll get some better B-roll shots of it. But trying to think of what else. We sent a steering wheel out here. We haven't got that on yet. Ooh, I know what's still in your truck that goes in this thing, Derek. You robbed it.
It's right there. It's in that box.
It's in this box. Oh, you put it back. We also bought a rucksack to just kind of keep up with stuff on the way. And then this, which I think we've been talking about these a little too much on the channel because these have become extremely hard to find, especially a tan one. But we found one in really, really good shape. So I'm gonna throw this thing in here actually. So if you know anything about square bodies, you gotta have a spot to put your drinks. And these cool rest, what's the, out of the way. These cool rest coolers fit in a square body perfectly. So we got the tan, cool rest, and then brand new heater core going in.
It looks like it's still got the original heater core in it because you can tell by the copper lines, and those are all like soldered together.
Yep.
So after time of all the heating and cooling, the solder just gives out. So
we're gonna replace this thing. I couldn't find it at any store locally, so I had to send it over here from Rock Auto. Yeah, that's a serious light right there. But Derek, man, I gotta say thanks, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
You're obviously letting us use your garage, and you've been holding this thing for 35 days and working on it, which I think is rad, and just running it around and making sure it's gonna be good to go home, at least as best as one can. So if it breaks down, it's Derek's fault. Everybody knows that. No pressure.
On camera. Can't go back down.
No, we kind of expect some issues, but hopefully we found the hardest one to tackle right here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna work on this and then go to dinner, go to the meetup, and then go to Derek's dad's tomorrow. Radiator is having we might have to ratchet strap this too. Yeah, because I think what's happening here is that it doesn't have. It's got a 4-core radiator. That's a 4-core radiator cover. Because that's what we put on the Blazer. But for some reason, man, it just really feels like it's like it's in there. Do you have any sort of strap I could just strap that right there? Yeah. Like even a bungee cord.
Yeah. All right, YouTube world, we're going back in.
But first.
These little ones that came with my toolie, and I use those. Ah, I see what you're doing.
I'm just gonna literally do this so it'll going right there.
So much energy on my freaking hands.
Mike.
I said freaking.
No, that's not even what I'm talking about. Just be nice to yourself.
Hey, did you see this freaking speaker wire in here? It gives you the hardest time.
That hood's not gonna close like that, is it?
What are you doing, Robert?
I'm trying to rig up the radiator so it doesn't come flying out.
Man, have you not learned anything from the last video?
Oh, that'll close right there.
Rocky's radiator?
Dude, that ain't going anywhere. Dude, look. Hey, we're 1,000% fine right now.
Well, they had this little thing wedged, I think, up underneath here.
Okay.
I saw that, and the guy
Just run right
the
there.
guy at the
Look at this. That's going nowhere.
suspension place tore it out. He was like, "You need some new
That's
radiator."
perfect.
Yeah, the problem is this is the wrong radiator. Well,
It's a 4-core radiator.
Yeah,
But then this is a 4-row radiator cover, but so you're probably right. It probably is a wrong radiator. Because it ought to fit better under
man,
this.
don't try and challenge me on that YouTube right now because ooh, you better edit that out.
Look, man, we ain't going nowhere.
Oh, God.
Respect. Can we just pull this hood? I'm just kidding. Definitely not a 7/16.
Sorry. Forgive me.
Forgive me for being your homie.
You don't even have it no more. What are you doing?
Still homie? This is Derek over here making it
I
happen.
told him that's my strength is skinny hands. I can get your hands in tight spots.
Can you get your hands
Appreciate you
that
for
way?
doing that.
That ain't gonna go in there like that.
It's right.
Something is awry. Did you put it in upside down? He said, fool. Did you think we would be like this? Like always bickering and bantering and all that stuff.
I can tell that's funny, dude. I can't tell about you though.
About me? Dang. We're gonna get the car and drive on back.
You should.
We have to eat.
What car are you gonna get into?
I'm gonna get in this one that doesn't have any heat.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm gonna jump that 70 GMC out there.
Good luck. You make 10 miles. It's got 10-mile radius.
I was about to just got automatic cut off 10 miles. He doesn't let it get much farther.
It's got a 20-gallon tank with a 396. You ain't getting far.
That's true.
We're gonna have to massage this.
Oh, that needs to be bumped.
Yeah, because you see how it's got this indent in
Yeah.
here?
Why is that? Why couldn't they have just made it exactly like this?
Because Taiwan, bro.
This is how you get a Chinese heater core to fit back in a factory. I don't know, heater box, whatever that thing's called.
If this leaks, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Man, I'm gonna be real pissed. Is it?
I wanted to get something. I was like, well, if
In. New heater core. Hopefully that's the problem. When we put this
is
thing in
the
there,
problem.
it's still leaking antifreeze somehow. I
Darn.
knew as soon as he said do this thing because it was just puking antifreeze right there. He sent me a video. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to put a heater core in this thing as soon as we get there.
Yeah.
I knew
As
it
soon
was
as
gonna
you
be-
said heater
Second.
core.
I know. I didn't even tell you for a couple of days. I was like, dang it, Mike's gonna freaking be mad. I don't want to do it either. So this is how we've got the batteries being held down. It's perfect. Not gonna go anywhere. Mike, what's the scoop, man?
We're all fixed. We got the new core in
Got the new core in, and your light fell
again.
again.
We're gonna get it up under here, hook all the vacuum lines and doodads back up, and then slide her up into place,
Sweet.
and then go get some pizza.
Pizza, flying pie, baby. Whoa, pulled that right off. So, Mike, I'm good to push on this, right? All right, guys, heater core in. Derek, thanks for your help. Thanks for discovering the issue.
my job.
That's your job. That was your job. You just took it upon yourself to make it all happen. Good Lord, man, my hair's a freaking wreck. Mike,
What up, bro?
thanks, dude.
No problem.
Hopefully we got it fixed. New heater cores in there. It's not really eventful.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for the sake of my toes.
That's true. We now have heat, and we're going to get this rig ready, throw our stuff in it, back it out of here, have a celebratory beer. We're gonna have a celebratory beer, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that. What you got, Derek?
I don't even have Idaho stuff, sorry.
That's all right. We'll have some Idaho stuff at the Flying Pie.
Does Anna like beer?
Yeah.
Anna doesn't need any beer.
No, she's already crying.
I got four.
Anna, look at me through this truck. Do you need beer?
Yes.
Unacceptable. What is it? Little Autocraft?
That's a
Ford?
That's what I was saying earlier.
This is Motorcraft. Who did that?
I don't know.
Maybe it ain't that OG.
It was a GM.
This is how we're, if you haven't figured it out, this is how we're holding the radiator in. And this is how we're holding the...
This
Dude.
you know.
This
what I mean?
what? That's gonna work perfectly.
Just you know what I mean?
Mike, I need your honest opinion about the bird, man. Make it count.
3,000 miles in this thing is gonna be
Fun.
fun.
I'm sorry, I'm not
okay.
supposed to weigh in here. You go ahead.
So this is my thing. I think the first 2,000 miles in this is gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
The last 1,000 miles, I think my butt is gonna hurt so bad.
That seat.
It's gonna be worse than the airplane ride here.
Yeah, I think you might be right. The seat in the front of this thing needs some assistance. So, I mean, you've obviously got the cover breaking through here, but when I sat down on it the first time, there was a bit of a spring pop. So, I know it may not look as bad, but I think it's going to be interesting to see how this shapes up. But
Buy some pillows.
yeah,
It's gonna be an intricate system of pillows
yeah,
taped to the seat.
that's right.
It'll be real.
And we actually pulled the front carpet out. It was cut out over here already, and then Mike cut it out over there. We're gonna get some hefty floor mats to put in here to kind of deaden the sound. But all this back here is like, we got good carpet, good seals. We're gonna put the cool rest back up. Those are my favorite things in a square body. Love the cool rest. So then, most awesome thing, like look at this carpet. That looks like almost brand new. You really can't see it on camera right now. You want your belts
Pretty
up.
brown on camera.
But yeah, look at these seats. You're gonna sleep so good back here.
Well, it's the back seat. I don't know why back there.
Look at all this.
Already getting more.
Whoa.
Look at that sky, it's pretty sunset.
Oh yeah. Hey, let's back this thing out. Ooh, that's actually doing all right.
He, the guy at the place moved up here.
Did he?
Yeah.
We think this was a garden hose.
Huh.
So cool.
So we think a garden hose got left on the hood of this thing. It runs all the way across and then swoops down the side here. And this is not original paint. It's definitely had a repaint. I'm not sure if it was Yuba gold, if that's what that was in the past. They painted it a little more of a, I don't know, some other kind of gold. But I don't care, I like it because it looks awesome. See if this thing will just fire off. That's impressive. Real impressive. You just touch the key and that thing just fires right up. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for tonight. We've got the heater core replaced and we are headed to Flying Pie and then to the meetup. So we're gonna go run this thing around the block, maybe get a feel for it, and then we'll catch up with you tomorrow. See you then. Alright guys, day 2, we're in Nampa, Idaho. We've come to see our buddy Josh, who's here at Old Iron Diesel. He's got a really killer Ford truck we want to show you guys. So we're gonna grab the camera, walk across the street, and go check this thing out. Y'all come on. Who's having fun?
Everybody, woo!
Who's cold?
No, I'm not cold.
You're not cold?
I got the heater on.
Derek and I are cold. We're out here. We're cold. Alright guys, so we jumped in the cab because it's cold. Real cold. How cold is it here today? That's a good question, right?
The wind's blowing.
Yeah, it's just really cold. So we jumped in here to tell you a little bit about this thing.
33.
33 right now, just middle of the day. So
Wind
definitely colder than Georgia, but we're inside. So we're gonna talk to Josh about this awesome truck.
Thanks, man.
I love it. So here we go.
Welcome to Idaho, buddy. This is a 1970 factory Ford crew cab. It was two-wheel drive when I bought it. Bought it a few years ago. It was a farm truck up in Spokane, Washington. Just sat around, tried to sell it because I wasn't gonna build it. And then I bought a K20 Chevy that had a Cummins in it.
Oh yeah.
We ended up pulling it out of that and put it in this, so.
Dang, okay. I didn't realize that's how that happened.
Yeah, it was kind of.
So you pulled the Cummins out of another truck, not a Dodge.
I drove a Dodge to pick the Chevy up with the Cummins to put it in a Ford. So.
Well, I love how it's turned out, and you've had a couple of other really cool builds under your belt.
Yeah.
Most specifically, in my eyes, is the first gen Dodge, which was just a really killer truck. So we'll drop a picture of Goldilocks.
Goldilocks,
yeah. We'll drop a picture of that truck in here. But this is your latest creation. So I guess you partnered up with Old Iron Diesel here.
Yep, Jimbo from Old Iron Diesel. He's a good friend of mine. He's pretty much built most of my trucks. I'm fortunate enough to come work on them with him.
Yeah.
Because I don't have all the tools and stuff. I actually rebuilt this engine myself with some mild supervision from him.
What's up, guys? So lots of parts, got the whole engine torn apart, and now we are cleaning. Got this sweet little bath to put them in, so get them nice and bright.
And used all his tools and shop space to do it. So
what is this thing?
it's a 1970 Ford on a 06 Super Duty 4-wheel drive 1-ton chassis with the 12-valve P-pump Cummins MV4500.
Man, so P-pump, that's out of what, 94, 98?
94 to early 98.
Early 98? Very cool. You said 06 1-ton Super Duty chassis. So why do you go with a Super Duty chassis?
No leaf springs.
Oh.
Much better ride. Much better turning radius. This thing rides really nice for how big it is.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's giant.
It is huge.
It is huge. So what suspension mods have been done to it to get it to this height?
It's got a 6-inch Skyjacker lift on it, pretty basic. No King shocks or anything like that, or 4-link air ride, nothing crazy like that.
Sweet. And tire size?
35s on 17-inch. It's a stock steel wheel that came on the
chassis.
06, which was a service truck as well.
Very cool.
Guy blew the 6.0 up though.
Well, that seems to be the normal thing to do, right?
Yeah.
6.0s, they go. You got this really cool truck put together, but it's got some cool touches on it that really highlight your business. So tell us a little bit about Modern Timber.
So I build and make custom furniture, welding, woodworking, and just make whatever people want.
Yeah.
And my friend at Gray Ghost Metalworks, he made all the...
I'm gonna give you a little perspective here of what...
My little hood ornament, my mud flaps, and then I'm gonna build a ladder rack on this, and he'll probably do like a custom headache rack for it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Have your saw blade in there?
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
Do something like that.
You got any other plans for it?
Interior obviously needs to be done.
Check out the patina on the roof. The inside roof skin of this thing.
Yeah, it needs a little love.
Just finish up the interior, do the ladder rack.
Interior, hopefully, I need to get a bigger turbo on it, a little bit more airflow.
Yeah.
But I drive this thing daily. I mean, that's why I built it.
Man's got power Cadillac seats in this thing.
It's got everything for everyone. Ford, Dodge, Chevy.
You hit all the brands. I love it. Is there any significance behind the gun shifter?
I've just always wanted one. It's a replica. but it works, you know.
Yeah.
You can, when you're bored in traffic, you can
Just sit here and fidget with it.
fiddle with it.
I dig it.
Just a Colt 45 single action pistol.
Very cool. Matches the truck perfectly.
A lot of people hate on the Cummins and a Ford and stuff, but the fuel economy and the power
Yeah, I mean, who
and
cares?
the reliability, yeah. So I
just
drive
can't
this
beat
every
it.
day.
That is so rad. It's got heat.
It's got heat.
Doesn't have AC yet? Does it have
no
AC?
AC.
Do you even need AC in Idaho? Does it get
Oh
hot
yeah,
here?
it gets hot in the
Does it
summer.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because all I feel is cold.
Idaho's a temperamental state with all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So
Right on, man. Well, I love the truck. I appreciate you taking the time. Sorry I was running a
Yeah.
little late this
No
morning.
problem, buddy.
But I love it, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Robbie.
Mike, what are we doing?
Following this guy.
Yep. We're following Derek.
Yeah, we're going to get a 59 Apache fleetside short bed.
I think you're the first one to mention that. Golly, we're going to bounce ourselves to death.
Yeah, don't worry, we got the plush suspension tuned up.
We do have some decent suspension.
Is it tuned or turned?
Tuned and turned.
Yep.
So we're headed out to Derek's right now. We just left Old Iron Diesel, and we're going to show you a lot more about Derek's truck, and then we're going to show you our 59 and load that sucker up and head back to Georgia.
Oh,
So here we
oh shit.
Yep.
Stuff,
There
sorry.
goes Mike cussing already. Here we go.
Just driving, bro.
Anna, what you doing?
Eating cashews.
Eating cashews?
I had to think about that. I was like,
What am I doing?
yeah, I don't know.
Got in it and they were like, man, I really need to go to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, just take off.
Let's just jump in old Gary the Bourbon. You know,
And do it, and go.
Nah, I don't think old Gary the Bourbon is reliable enough.
So you guys are going to see a lot of this in this video because I can't seem to get around it. What'd you say?
I said Mike got mad.
Yeah, Mike got mad and punched a hole in the windshield already. We hadn't even left town yet.
Did not.
Hadn't even left town yet. Gosh, Derek's truck looks so good rolling.
Well, look at the background here.
I know it.
Mountains.
Everything just looks so much better here.
Yeah, it looks cold because it is cold.
How cold do you think it is, Mike? Real cold.
It's gonna be at least 15.
I think he said it was 33.
But
It's definitely cold.
like in the dually, you'd be driving down the road and the freaking heat wouldn't work because it'd be running like 120 degrees and it just the coolant wouldn't be warm enough to make the heat work.
I'm talking about how cold weather can affect these vehicles, especially like super cold weather. There's the Snake River. What's cool is that we're going to Derek's parents' farm out in Adrian, Oregon, and the Snake River runs through it or borders it or something. So we might show y'all some of that when we get there. We'll see. And there are trucks everywhere, and I cannot seem to get them on camera.
He's gonna come yell at us for following him for the last hour.
Don't be coming back here yelling at people.
Sup, girlfriend?
Didn't know if you guys want to go first or
Oh man, we following you
Where are
in
we
the
going?
70.
Where's that?
just down there. It's in that pole barn. It's in that left bay of the pole barn. So as you go down, you can't see it right now. It's behind this place.
Is that a unibody out there?
It's funny because that place over there, straight over there, is my grandparents where my mom grew up.
No kidding. Is that why y'all moved back out, or why your parents moved back out
Yeah,
here?
my dad grew up on 70 acres just right over here too. So
Dang, that's
they
cool.
They lived a field across from each other. So
Did they know each other then?
they met in high school. Yeah. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Well, let's
That'd be weird.
go toss some trucks. Hey, did I hear that your mom made some soup?
Potato
boy.
soup with some toasted cheese sandwiches.
Wait, we're in Oregon now. I was gonna say we're in Idaho. We're gonna eat some potatoes.
You can see Idaho right there. So
Wait,
Idaho's-
which way is it?
Oh yeah.
Idaho? Just across the river.
We'll make sure that we face Idaho when we eat the potato soup.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Respect.
Let's do that.
Yes.
All right, let's roll.
See, man. You're an idiot, Mike.
That's right.
Robbie's extra tired.
I'm extra tired for sure. You don't ever want to call a man who's got a short bed truck. You don't ever want to call his truck a long bed. I did. You're right, I do smell something. Dang, it's so cool how I've been seeing pictures of this barn. I had no idea. This is what it looked like around it. Man, I had no idea this is what it actually looked like out here. This is awesome. And that's the Snake River right there. There's a freaking duck going down it right now. All right, so we made it. That's what we've come to get in that barn. And before we get into any more truck stuff, I think we're gonna go eat some more soup. I'm hungry. All right, guys, this is what we've come to get. I bought this truck probably a little over a year ago now from Derek's dad, Jay. And there's a little story that goes along with how they found it. But how cool is this? 59 short bed Apache fleetside. Had a little bit of body work done on the side there. We'll have to get fixed, but man, isn't this cool? This is super cool. So we're gonna get Jay and Derek up here, tell us a little bit about how they found this thing before we get it out, and then we'll drag it out here in the daylight and throw it up on the trailer. Jay, how long's this thing been sitting in here, you think?
I've had this, what, a year and a half in here?
About a year and a half?
Yeah, year and a half.
Cool.
Couple of years.
I love it. Give me the lowdown, Derek.
We were out pheasant hunting on my buddy's property, and just like we find all pickups, is just saw this and another, I think it was like a 51 pickup sitting underneath a shed, and this thing has just got killer patina and drew your eye right away. So took a couple pictures, sent it to Dad, said if you wanted it, and then I talked to my buddy's dad to see if he would sell it.
Yeah.
They bought the ranch, and this pickup came with the ranch, and along with that other pickup too.
No
so
kidding.
They were sitting there that entire time that they've had the ranch and haven't done anything with them.
Wow.
And this thing didn't have tires on it.
They were rotted out and the axles were sunk into the ground.
Yeah. So,
Man. Well, it's amazing that it's still even in the condition that it is. That it didn't just completely rot away by now.
No, it's great
But
condition.
it's got. You're right. The patina is perfect. So it looks like somebody's, tinkered with it a little bit. It's got a little spot on the door, and then I don't know what somebody was doing with the green, the light green.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Paint right here. Yeah, you can see a little bit on the back of the cab right there. But 59 fleet side short bed. Second year that GM put steel fleet sides on these trucks. Just cool. Really, really cool.
I don't know what the pipes are welded there. It's looking like they had dual exhaust, or
Yeah.
because it's just a pipe is all it is welded up there.
Yeah. Mike, what you think about this whole thing? He said I'm not done assessing. It's got typical rust down low, but the real bad stuff is above the visor. Just above the visor.
Yeah, we got another.
So we got a cab top, yeah.
Yeah, if you want it.
Oh, I definitely do.
Yeah.
Definitely do.
That's the tire that come out of it too. There, I think that.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you had all the steel wheels, so that's a clip. Yeah, that one had clip caps in it. So you just slide the
And it might not even
Hook cap right there.
It might have just been thrown back there.
Yeah, it may have been. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, we're gonna drag this thing out of here, get it loaded up, and we'll show you a little more as we do that.
Maybe he asked me.
See where I rank in your memory bank.
Oh, it was probably Robbie. It's way cooler.
You know what? You can't do it like that.
Try to do it like that. I'm gonna do it like this.
Around the thing.
Hook it around your leg.
Are you gonna steer this thing?
No, you are.
All right, Pops, give it all. Hammer down.
We should shorten up this chain.
Hammer down, but
You good, Mike?
I'm as good as I'm gonna get.
Alright, good as he's gonna get. Go ahead. You got lots left. Keep going. Almost there. Keep going. Black stuck on right now. Slow down, Dad. You ain't got no brakes.
There we go. It'll take us a while to get back to Georgia, but we're getting there.
Look at this thing. Good Lord. Mike, you got any brakes on that thing? He said no, but I got a little bit more than I bargained for.
No, I got nothing.
Fun part's gonna be getting this thing off. I think we'll be able to pull most of that out.
Whew.
You got rid of the seat out of there?
Seats in the back.
No, he had like a brake or something.
Oh, I had
Out of
a
the
bucket
gas
in there.
tank.
What did you have? You didn't, that bucket's still not in?
Yeah, he's like, I'm sitting on the gas tank. Man, I'm glad you didn't mess up our spears there, Mike.
I didn't step on the.
I know, you did good. You did good. What do you see, May? What are you thinking about?
Air filter back on there.
Ooh, it's got an oil bath, air cleaner. Ooh, man.
Oh, gee, son. They've had this thing running. Or turning over.
I just turned it over. I didn't ever get it.
And the lights were...
Lights all work.
Headlights and one turn signal. The back don't work, but the front left turn signal does. All headlights work. Pretty awesome. Going around. I'll show you the dashboard. There ain't much to see, but there's my little dashboard. Check this out. What about them apples?
Yeah, somebody had gotten it and done a little bit of...
Giant spider!
Oh, gosh. Man, what the hell's wrong?
Hey, that's a good rig.
Knock your head off. Was there a giant spider on it?
Yeah, that's why I threw it.
There's no spiders living out here. It's too cold.
I told Mike it'll take about 15 minutes. This thing will probably run in Georgia in 15
Yeah,
minutes.
probably.
Now it's like a challenge.
Yep.
Battery's good.
All right, guys. Comment down below whether you think Mike will have this running in an afternoon. So this truck's got a little visor rust, but they got a cab top that doesn't have any and has some cool patina. You probably need a hand for that.
Rust.
Oh, look at that. Can this just fall over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we got a good cab top.
Yeah, well, I picked that cab top off somebody. Just had along the road. Really? Yeah.
Was it cut or did you cut it?
No, he cut it.
Wow. Take that.
25 bucks.
Yeah, can't beat that at all. That's a nice shape too.
Got patina too.
Oh yeah, I know.
I know
Yeah.
you guys are into that.
Yes.
Enough where you can just say this was original because it doesn't have hardly any paint on it anymore.
Yeah, that was
That's it.
And I think I got the original license plate I was going to give you too.
That's my daughter's favorite song. Oh! Probably. Thankfully it's not lowered. Not lowered.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Oh my God.
Oh man, I love it. Look, we even got Derek filming over there. For the second time this month, we're gonna have to use a come along. All right guys, here it is. 59 short bed, fleet side, Apache, mostly OG paint, and we're taking this thing back to Georgia. So we're loading it up on the U-Haul trailer right now. We gotta tow it all the way back to Georgia, 30 hours with Boise, the Burb. Gotta get it right, Mike? So we're gonna show you all sorts of cool stuff on this truck. I'm super pumped. Mike wants to just put all the other projects on the back burner and then work on this one, which is probably not a bad idea. Derek, I gotta tell you, man, I think it's better in person than it is in photos and videos.
Pretty cool.
I really do. I appreciate you holding on to it for us for this long, and man, glad we're here. Glad we made it.
Yeah, me too.
Let's load this thing up.
Let's do it.
So not only did we come to pick up the 59 and Boise the Burb and show you Derek's truck, but while we were here at the meetup last night that we had in Boise, some friends of ours from Canada brought down Teddy's new front clip. So this is all 68 GMC 503 light green sheet metal that we need to build Teddy back. Hood, fenders, filler panel between the grill and the hood, and a whole assortment of other parts that came off the truck. But really pumped to have 68 503 light green GMC metal. So we're actually going to take all this and load it in the back of the 59, and then load the 59 on that U-Haul trailer, then head back to Georgia. Okay. So kind of cool though that Derek's truck is a 70, so this would be 518 medium green. 529, is it 529? Let's look at the spid. But this is 1 year after they stopped putting 503 light green on these Chevy pickups.
529 medium green.
529 medium green. I've been saying the wrong code. So this one's 529 medium green, and while we're here, this truck also had a 292 in it originally, and you'll come to learn here in just a minute it's got a 396 in it. But this is a factory short bed K15 GMC. What are you saying, Mike?
I was just wondering what you're doing.
Oh, I'm in there looking at paint codes. So yeah, Derek's is 529 medium green, whereas this is 503 light green. So they stopped making that, or putting that on trucks in '69, and then started with the medium green after that. So enough talking. We're gonna get this thing loaded up and start heading back to Georgia. Well, we're gonna tell you about Derek's truck first though, and then we're gonna head back to Georgia. We're not trying to do the come along. We're actually
well, I was gonna use the winch.
We're gonna winch it.
Yeah, we'll still.
Which is not a bad idea, but
we'll still be able to do it. We'll just have to.
The cable looks kind of short.
Yeah, I didn't think
You got gypped on the cable there.
Somebody go get me a new cable for it.
Somebody got you.
I'll put it in.
So can we just hook a chain to that end?
Yeah. We'll hook a chain to this end.
And hook it to the truck?
He's gonna go get the chain.
Okay, cool. Mike's like, this is a normal amount of sketchy.
At least the thing that will break.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, let me, I mean, I can take this post.
Well, I can go get one if he can get tension on it. It's probably out in the garage.
Hey, throw this thing in gear.
It doesn't have.
Is there no trans in there?
It's still hooked up to the thing. You're good.
That wasn't bad, huh?
No, that could have gone way worse.
Yeah, it is in gear now.
That's Fred's gonna tear your trailer before anything.
It's not mine, and we've got insurance on it. Man, that thing fits on there nicely, though. All right, Jay, now that Mike's got this thing up on the trailer, or you and Mike got this thing up on the trailer, what is this you got in your hand?
This is the original plate that come off of it. Last tagged in '78.
Oh my God.
And this is the old style Oregon plate that's got the blue and gold on it.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to hang on to that?
Nope.
Well, I'll take it
I
with
wanted
me.
to go with Sadie Bell. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
You betcha.
I'm gonna give you a fist
All right.
bump. Thank you. I appreciate it. This thing is awesome. 78. I wasn't quite thought of yet. So before we head out, I'm gonna check some fluids. Was it low on antifreeze?
Word.
Word. We don't really have to worry about it here though, because dang,
It was just a little low.
Just a little low.
Just had a little.
Just from where we did the heater core.
Yeah.
This is the underside of the burb, y'all. I know you saw a little bit of it in Derek's driveway or Derek's garage the other day. I can't speak today. Do you have any idea why?
Too much gluten.
You two are some fine gents. Y'all know that?
This guy.
I know Mike, he can't help himself.
He's one classy fella.
He just can't help himself. We ran right on out of antifreeze. Oh.
Yeah, can you imagine like it's 1959, like that Apache was like brand new on the market.
Yeah.
And there's all these like dudes walking around like zoot suits and everything.
Yeah.
And then here comes me. I'm just like, what's up?
Also unusable. You have not been out here to regulate, Anna. Where have you been? Sitting in the warm.
Drinking tea.
Oh.
With the river.
That's the perfect place for that.
All over that brand new AMD.
So, Derek, you want to go talk about your truck?
Sure.
What you gonna tell me about it? Have you thought about it? Have you formulated? Actually, we should probably watch
You want
Mike.
to film me checking the oil?
I was just say we should probably watch Mike get inside this thing. Everybody knows what brand boxers Mike wears every video. But at least, wow, could that have fallen any farther?
Look at those dipsticks. It says add 1 quart, but it definitely says add it.
Yeah, that thing don't need any oil.
Are you sure?
Hold it still.
Nope, needs half a quart.
Does it?
No,
It's half a quart.
just wiped it off.
Oh. All right, so Boise the Burb. And Sadie Bell the 59. I think we're gonna have to just continue with the name. I'll probably just drop Bell and call it Sadie because I like that. What's crazy is that I have come to Boise and bought 2 vehicles and both of them are named female names.
Oh yeah.
I never do that. They're always male names. So thanks for bringing out a little of my femininity.
So you're saying, is Boise a feminine name?
Yes, I think Boise is definitely a feminine name. Drop down in the comments, you Idahoans who think Boise is not a
well.
Yeah, maybe that won't go well, but that's how I see it.
Gonna offend
Don't ever
from
come-
Idaho.
I think I just offended everyone.
Yeah, you thought I was bad at the airport. And
Mike's been great at offending people lately, so I figured I had to try my hand at it.
What did you do now? You want to put the roof of the Apache
I'll
on
find
the
that truck
bottom?
for Derek.
It was to one of our neighbors, just a couple of houses down from us, not even a quarter mile. An old
Man.
guy had it
And you got it for him when?
when he was 15 years old. He wasn't even
15.
old enough to drive.
Now look at him.
Couldn't even drive stick shift. I had his incentive to learn how to drive stick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Couldn't drive my own pickup in the
so when you got it though, it was already 4-speed 396, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Third was out of it
Oh really?
Not until a couple years later.
after you
That was
drove
after
a little bit,
Derek
yeah.
got a hold of it for a little while.
It's probably well before I.
Going around knocking out tailgates.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. I'm ready to tell these folks all about it. So not only did Derek's dad have that 59, he just bought that square shorty right there, K10. What a cool place. I need to walk down by the river and get some footage. But look, K15. Man, why don't you come stand just right there? I'm just gonna talk to you, man. There you go. Look, he's ready. All right, guys. If you don't know who Derek is by watching this video or the last couple of videos, Derek is wow, that sun's coming up behind your head, kind of crazy. No, we're good now. Derek is well, he's the guy that helped facilitate the 59 sale with his dad. He went and picked up Boise the Burb. Been working on it. I've just been shipping him parts out. He's just been tinkering on that thing, getting it ready for the road. So I gotta say thanks, man. It's just super awesome. I really appreciate, you know, everything you've done, and this is really cool to finally be here at your dad's place, picking up the 59, about to make a huge road trip back at home. But before we do that, we're talking about your 70 GMC K15 that you've had for a very, very long time. So give us a little bit of the backstory on this thing.
So this is a pickup that was literally probably less than a quarter mile away from where I grew up.
Yeah.
And I had no clue that it was even there for many years. So like the 59, I saw this when I was hunting. I was about bird hunting, so I saw this sitting behind a shed, but it's too far to see, and I didn't carry binos when you're bird hunting or whatever.
Yeah.
So I could see the green from far away and never knew what it was. So come when I was 15 looking for pickups, we drive by his house all the time and never could see behind it. The guy pulled it out in the front and we're like, holy crap, it's a short box 67 to 72 pickup, and
four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive, exactly what I wanted, half ton. And this is what it was. And so we went and asked the guy if he would sell it. He was kind of hesitant at first, but he's like, well, it's been sitting behind my shop for many years, and gave us a price. We were there the next day, and it's been mine for over 20 years now. So
man, just crossed the 20-year anniversary in October, right?
October.
I mean, that's something you should keep up with. I love that you did.
I put it in my phone calendar. It says happy 20-year anniversary.
Yes, that is so rad. Oh man, yes, I love that you have that kind of affinity for these trucks. I mean, that's why we become friends, because we share, you know, a lot of similar passions, hunting and trucks and all that.
Yep.
So let's start at the ground up. Tell us a little bit about the wheels and tires.
The wheels are from a summer that I worked construction all summer long to get these wheels, and it had the the white spoke ones on there, which I think people like nowadays.
Yeah, they do. Wagon wheels.
I do not like those at all. I still don't like them. I think they're ugly. They look like
I'll go with the solid Steelies that accept hubcaps over wagon wheels for sure.
But I bought these wheels and a set of muddy tires for this thing when I was 16. Saved all my summer earnings for it and put it on there, and been limping along all these years since. So, and then I just got these Toyo MTs.
What size are they?
They are 255 85 R16. They're the
the size.
Tall, skinny. You can call them pizza cutters, whatever you want, but this is quintessential, old school, tall, skinny. This is what this truck should have on there.
Yeah,
Not to get you fat tire guys, but this looks clean.
Yeah, and it's the exact same tire we put on Smokey too.
Exactly.
And you know, we've kind of got a similar look going on Boise as well. So I love this specific tire in that size on these trucks. To get them really stuffed in here in the right way, and in a way I think kind of looks period correct. Tell us a little bit about, or what you know about the suspension.
I don't know at all. It's original suspension since I bought it, so it definitely needs updated. Gonna do, I think, one of those Tough Country 2.5, but it's got, the guy I bought it from did a lot of stuff to it. Some I like, some I don't like so much. Most of it I don't like, customizing it, but he has dual shocks all the way around, and it's about, my guess is about a 2.5 inch lift.
Yeah, which I actually like the stance. I love the lift a lot. I mean, I think it looks good. So wheels and tires, stance are pretty well dialed in, and I know that you want to do some future things that we'll talk about in a minute, but tell us a little bit about the drivetrain and really how this thing came from the factory based off what we know on the spid sheet, and then what's actually been done to it since.
Yeah, so spid sheet would say it's a 292 6-cylinder with a 3 on the tree.
Which would have been a killer combination.
It would have been, yeah. And the guy I bought it from did a lot of stuff to it. Like I said, some I like and some I don't. But he took it out and replaced the 3 on the tree with 4 on the floor with a granny low gear, which is cool. But you know, I don't use it a ton
never even
anymore.
Use that first gear.
I mean, back when I was younger, we were out bebopping in the hills and stuff. Maybe crawling up a hill or something like that. But not so much anymore. This is just a cruiser.
Yeah.
But he replaced it with a 69 engine out of a C20 pickup. It's a 396 pickup engine. So it has a little different heads than the car, but it's got tons of torque. And I think that's why I put it in here. It's for towing.
Yeah.
So you could tow a lot of stuff.
And it runs good.
Now, yeah.
It runs so good. Let's fire this thing up real quick. How about we do that?
Okay. I'll tell you about the shift and everything.
All right.
This knob here.
You gonna do that real quick?
This knob?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah. So this is definitely not factored at all. This was in high school because I thought that was cool. My dad had a beer tap, and I replaced this when I was like 16 and thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. It's Olympia beer. So I've had that since high school. But I have my normal stick shift, the black one. But the reason it's gold like this is because it's from my grandpa's 67 two-wheel drive short box pickup that I was actually trying to buy, but I never ended up getting it because it was too rusty and too much of a project, and I already have this one.
Oh, I gotcha.
So
that came off of that truck.
He had a stick shift on the floor like this, and he had this gold shift knob, and I didn't get the pickup. I'm sad I didn't get it, but it was a ton of work, and I already have this, and this is extremely expensive right now. Yep. But my uncle sold it to another guy, but took this for me so I can have my grandpa's 67 shift knob. So it's kind of it's not the coolest thing in the world, but it means something to me. So
yeah, absolutely. And I'd say that this is a truck worth putting money in.
For sure.
100%. You just don't find these sitting around every corner anymore.
No, sir.
Man, this thing sounds so good. Yeah, it just sounds perfect.
A lot of work to get it running again. So.
Yeah. What was all that like?
Well, so about 10 years ago, right after I got out of college, I was driving around. I used to have a winch on here, so a lot of extra wiring. Yeah. And so I was driving around, and something happened where it fried my wiring. So I had some kind of ground that wasn't connected correctly, and I think it's because of my winch, but it's fried everything. So this thing has not been running since about 2010 on a regular basis. Yeah. So finally bought a house over in the Idaho area and got this back and started working on it about 3 years ago. Yeah. And then I took it to a shop to get it fixed because I was beyond me. I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah, man, I get it.
And they wouldn't touch it unless I rewired the whole thing. So he said I had like voltage coming from my bedside. So,
oh my gosh.
So he said, no, I'm not touching it until you do that. So I had to rewire the entire pickup.
Man.
So
when did you get that done?
I just finished that right before you came. It sat at my mother-in-law and father-in-law's house for about a year while we were buying a house, but I did all the cab and then the rear so I could drive it a little bit, but the lights hadn't been done, and so Robbie wanted me to drive the pickup out here to Adrian, so I needed to get my lights going because I don't want to be Cinderella. I have to be home before dark.
Right.
So
well, I'm really glad you got motivated, or that I was at least helping you get motivated to get it out and drive it, even a longer distance, because you really weren't even driving it that far, obviously, with no lights and stuff.
No,
so this is the longest you've driven it in a decade?
Well over a decade.
Well over a decade?
Yeah.
And how far did you drive it today? How many miles is it out here?
60 miles.
Yeah, 60 solid miles. We rode behind him in Boise all the way here, and man, y'all have seen that footage. You saw it rolling out here. So you want to hop out and let's talk a little bit about what your sort of future plans are for it?
Sure.
Oh, and real quick, he's got some of the original paperwork out here. So here, obviously, here's the manual. And then, wasn't there something really cool that you were pointing out on this?
Well, so I grew up in Ontario, Oregon, and that pickup was bought out of Payette, Idaho, which I grew up out in the country, and now I lived less than a mile away from that town right there that pickup was originally bought from. So.
Wow. And here's part of the build sheet right here that would have been in the seat. Other paperwork in here, receipts and I guess records and that sort of thing.
What your points are supposed to be at and your spark plug gap, and
that's just some really cool paperwork to have. I love it.
For sure. Cool.
Yeah, man, 6,970. So cool. And the thing isn't really all that rusty, right?
No, rocker panels and like cab mounts and stuff like that, but
But it didn't look like the outer rocker had a ton of like rust through.
This side is a little bit more, but yeah, they're not terrible for, I guess, compared to some
some of the stuff that I own.
Coastal rigs or Minnesota where it's real bad rust. So.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about what your future plans are for this thing from a realistic perspective, and then from a, man, if I had all the money in the world, what I would do to this truck. So hit me with sort of the realistic perspective first.
Realistic perspective is, I'm just kind of rebounding from not driving it for, over 10 years. So I'm trying to kind of get it so it's safe and comfortable driving. My plan is to tear all the suspension out and redo the leaf springs, everything that needs to be done. So getting that done is important to me, and then really trying to get it as factory as possible. I'm trying to undo some of the stuff the guy did. He did a lot to it that I'm not a fan of, so get it back to kind of its factory shape.
What's funny is that you still feel that way 20 years from when you bought it. It's like I've had 20 years to kind of think over what I want to do differently from what the guy did, and I think it's awesome. I love the plan. Like I said, it's just such a cool truck to put money and time into.
Yeah, and most of those 20 years I didn't have any money, so it was more keeping it on the road, and like I told you, the proudest thing I am of this pickup is I've held on to it all these years, and
you should be very proud.
I got offered a lot of money for it a while back, but money doesn't mean anything to me on this pickup, so this pickup means way more to me than money does. So, man,
I'm so glad to hear you say it, because I want to know exactly where this thing is, and if you've always owned it, then I'm going to know where it is.
For sure.
Okay, so if you had all the money in the world, what would you do to it?
I'd probably tear all the body off and do the frame, get the frame all good to go, and possibly, the 396 is nice. I'm still not a fan of it. Just because I didn't get into the weeds of kind of the mechanical stuff that was going on with it, but it's just a finicky motor.
Really?
It's not an easy cruiser. It's a 4-speed, with a granny gear, and ideally, I hate to say this, but I'd like to put an LS in it.
Yeah, no, you don't have to hate to say that.
I'd like to, be able to just go out trucker hunting or buck hunting or anything like that, and it just has 20 miles a gallon, and
and
like
reliability.
we were talking about cruising on the highway at 70 miles an hour at two something RPM. So
and getting decent gas mileage, and something that you might feel a little more comfortable throwing that young son in here. Hank needs a little seat to ride in, and it's a good safe truck to ride in, right?
Mama don't think he's coming in here for a while, so she thinks I'm ludicrous.
That sounds like my wife.
We'll have to put some better seatbelts in here.
I hear you. Hey, the good thing is you got 3 points already.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you just pop this little plug out right here. In fact, I'll just show you. Yeah, you see that little plug right there?
Oh, dang.
You pop that little plug out, and there, actually I can't, I'm not showing it real well there. You pop that little plug out right there, and it's threaded in there.
Oh, nice.
And you literally can just buy aftermarket 3-point harnesses, screw it in there, bolt it in down here, and you're ready to go. Nice. That's exactly what I've done in Teddy. This truck is one of my favorite trucks I've filmed in a long time. I'm not just saying it because I'm here with you. I don't say that a lot on the channel, I don't think, but it's just cool. I mean, I think I told you the other night, I've had a couple of these short bed K10 6772 trucks and nowhere near this condition, and this one is just, man, it's just got it. It's got the look, it's got the right recipe, so I'm really glad you have it, and that you're gonna keep pouring some love and time and money and all that into it.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere for sure.
So, anything else you want to tell the audience at home about this thing?
No, it's I've owned it since I was 15, and that's the best part about it, and the worst part too, because you can see the tailgate doesn't match, and that's a 15, 16-year-old mistake.
Yeah.
And some of the other stuff. So. But,
I knew somebody was going to ask about that, so I'm glad you at least addressed it.
Yeah. So it it wasn't perfect. The tailgate that was on there wasn't perfect, but I unfortunately in high school did something stupid with my buddies and, and pinched the tailgate right here pretty good.
Did you really?
And then pinched it into this fender right there. So,
yeah.
So I
well, the good thing is you found a good GMC gate. I mean, that is a good gate. You can tell.
Yeah.
So.
I had to drive to Preston, Idaho, where Napoleon Dynamite.
I think that's the first time Napoleon Dynamite's been mentioned on the channel. I like that.
No, I drove to Preston, Idaho to get this. So. Yeah.
Well, Derek, I love it, man. Thanks for thanks for being an awesome friend.
Yeah.
Thanks for holding on to that 59 for a year, and helping me out with the burb and just really being, you know, all in on this dumb idea that I have to drive this thing all the way back across the country.
Good.
And yeah, I love the truck. I mean, I love it. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for at least our time in Boise and in the area. We're in Adrian, Oregon right now at Derek's family farm, but we're about to embark on a 30-hour journey back home with that Suburban, towing that 59. Here we come, here we come, here we come. You're really making this one awful as well.
Sorry. You know, like, the guy was like, oh, this old Datsun's wore out. Time to turn it into a trailer.
Folks rolling around on side-by-sides around here. They do that in Michigan.
Yeah. When you get more north, October.
Well, I'm sure here when it's snowy, they're just riding on the slopes.
Yeah. Low like a snowmobile. God, man, that's just a totally different way of life.
I'm not a snowmobile fan
Tell us why, Anna.
because they're dangerous.
They are dangerous.
They are. I watched my
But you're the one who's trying to brave I-80. That seems dangerous.
yeah, four-wheel drive truck with big tires.
Yeah.
And Mike's driving, and he's good at driving in the snow.
You good at driving in the snow, old Mike?
It's the straightaways that scare me.
Yes, straightaways to scare me with you driving.
He's good.
All right, guys, we're headed out of Boise, headed east. what was it? 29 hours, which is going to be like a lot longer, and then yeah, we're headed east.
I was just thinking about, because we ate at like 2.
I hope the sucker makes it up. Going directly to the top of this hill in this bird. Strong and safe.
You're just a black shadow in that field.
Strong and safe.
Hello.
Little bumpy, little bumpy.
Headed toward Twin Falls.
Lots of sun.
Losing some speed. This ain't no diesel.
Yeah, film the fuel gauge. Look at that.
Just watch it disappear. So we just determined that the alternator has probably just gone out. But y'all can't see anything in here. I'm gonna show you what's happening out front. We're gonna locate a advance or something on its own. I think we got one located about 20 miles away. We're gonna get to it, but it's a beautiful night. You guys see that moon? Hopefully we get this thing fixed quickly. Back on the road.
Stay in the right 2 lanes.
Look how awesome this little town is.
This is lit.
City of Mountain Home. That's where we are. Oh, and we're going to the McDonald's too. Actually, I don't know. Are we going to McDonald's?
I think we are.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken? Oh, I might get some chicken nuggets. Man, I can't decide. Big Mac or chicken nuggets?
Oh,
Get both.
Ooh, that sounds
Life's
awful.
uncertain, bro. We gotta get the nugs and the Mac.
Man, we might be having to stop if I do that.
well, dang.
Everything plugged into it? Hey, it's gone out. Just grab another one and...
Volt meter in here. Let's go see.
All right, let's go see what they got. We'll be back. Hey, Mike.
Yes, buddy.
Tell me what the actual problem was.
Okay, so check this out. Occasionally on these old vehicles, you have to like give the dash a little tap and the gauge will start working again.
So that's exactly what happened.
So
we go in and buy $130 worth of stuff.
we ripped into O'Reilly's. I borrowed a multimeter. It was put out 14.8 volts. I walked back in here and I went,
And now we're going to McDonald's.
Now we're
in
going to
business.
McDonald's getting chicken nuggies.
All right, you ready? So ridiculous. Check out that exhaust leak, people. I mean, Mike did that on purpose. That's that new custom exhaust. You ready to get this going?
Heck yeah.
It's only 6 degrees out here.
So warm.
You're used to this though. Look, he's just got a hoodie on.
I had to put on pants. I had to take off the shorts though.
Yeah, that was a good idea. I'm surprised we didn't get more comments.
Once it gets into single digits,
It just takes single digits for you to put pants on.
you gotta put the pants on.
I love it. All right, guys, so this is day 2, actually our first full day of travel. We are in Morgan, Utah, right outside of Salt Lake. We're headed through Wyoming today and other states, maybe Nebraska, Missouri. I'm not sure how far we'll get today, but yeah, it's a big drive day for us. The Burb's doing great. 59 is still there intact. All the sheet metal's still there, so that's good. We're bringing home some rusty gold, and I'm pretty pumped about it. So hopefully the Burb keeps doing its thing, and we're gonna keep rocking here. So y'all stay tuned. Here we go. Anna,
What's up?
can you tell me how it's been riding in the backseat of the Burb with us two?
I mean, no comment.
No comment. Mike, we got to do better. We got to turn her around.
If the owners of the Cobblestone Inn notice us either.
Oh my God! Did you take off? Hey, we got to keep that fuel, right?
Road snacks.
Road snacks. Hey, Anna, let's do this. You're behind me now. Mike ain't driving no more.
It said continental breakfast. It didn't say how much breakfast you get. I actually found a set of plug wires in the truck. They were behind the seat. I guess that guy bought a set of plug wires and never put them on. I think I'll put those on.
I do not like the steering in the Blazer. I wish it was a little less sensitive. So we just crossed into Wyoming from Utah. It's Sunday morning. I don't even know what time, but we've been driving probably for an hour. And look at all this cool stuff around us. It's so beautiful.
It's going swimming.
So rad. We're going through a tunnel!
Oh my God!
We're going in the mountain!
Oh my God, we can actually do the speed limit.
What? Oh yeah, the speed limit's 65. We got it.
We're actually not currently doing that. We're doing 60.
Dang it.
You're so perfect.
Dang it.
Here we go, here we go. Oh man, this is so rad. This will make the video.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Man, and then it opens up to that. Wow.
Look at that.
Gosh, and the speed limit's now 75.
Yeah, Mrs. McGillicuddy's is right down there on that corner of that street. Yeah, that's where
And
she
this
grew
actually
up.
is this Green River. Is this where the Green River Killer was? Say something funny, Mike.
Something funny, Mike.
I can't believe it.
Here's something funny. We're currently getting 28 miles a gallon.
According to the fuel gauge, we might be. Rollins, Wyoming. And the parking lots are a little icy. Alright guys, so we made it to Little America, somewhere in Wyoming. Not exactly sure where. We're on our way to Cheyenne and then into Nebraska. and Missouri and that whole thing. So rig's doing well. We're not even burning that much oil like we thought we were. And we're gonna throw some stickers on the back of this thing that we just got Little America. So just to memorialize a little bit of our time at, well, in Wyoming, right? So let's do it. What are we working with, Anna?
We've got the pink cowboy.
Oh yeah.
And then the rare jackalope.
Ooh yeah.
Yes.
This is the one we're going with right here. Wow. Believe, baby. You gotta believe in the jackalope.
Yeah.
Mike cleaned up the back window.
As best you could.
As best he could, I know.
The muddy water that
Here,
they
you
provide.
put the cowboy on.
Yeah, that's a big one, Mike.
So then we couldn't find one that said, like, Wyoming cowboy butts drive me nuts.
Oh my gosh. I don't want that one on here.
Hell yeah.
When in Wyoming.
Do like the Wyomingians do.
Wyoming things? Wyoming?
That's, I said Romans, but just put Wyoming at the front of it.
That's like the perfect size too. Look how big that thing is. Was it gonna peel off? Peeling off and yeah, it is. Oh.
Let that sun bake it on.
Yeah. My little girl is gonna love this. Dude.
Ta-da!
That is sweet. That is so sweet.
And christened.
I'm all over that. Wyoming.
His name is Gary.
Wyoming for life.
Where do you want the jackalope?
We could just put it right here next to it actually. Let's just do that. That way we'll save some.
Is that part right there?
No.
Like it's straight, Anna. It's crooked.
Shirts.
Oh yeah, you got to fix that. Y'all can build trucks. You can't put stickers on straight.
No.
Alright, so we got that. Like I said, we're just blazing through Wyoming. Rig's looking good. Man, I love this truck. It's like they put those signs right where the gusts are. It's like, wait, gust 40 miles an hour. You get under it, it's like, bam, here's a gust.
That's how it's going to feel when you get one.
Gosh, look at that out there. Wyoming, you're beautiful, but I'm ready to be out. I'm ready to be in Nebraska. You are doing great. That's a pro shot right there, man.
Oh yeah, right in the center of the bullet hole. Random little cutout things. Far side to go at Applebee's. All right.
Does that say Buc-ee's? Oh, no, it's Lowe's. Sorry, I thought it said Buc-ee's. I was like, what?
Say Taco John.
You got so excited.
I did. I was like, we're going to Buc-ee's. I don't care.
Brisket burrito pepperoni.
Be like, I love Buc-ee's so much, I don't even have to poop and I go in the bathroom and sit down.
We're just gonna walk
the cleanest bathrooms ever. Whoa, Nebraska sign, y'all, hold on.
Are we gonna die?
No, we're just gonna slow down. Is there somebody behind us? Seriously?
Well, if they are, I guess it didn't matter.
Stop it. It's got a little driveway.
I know, I'm gonna get it. I just gotta.
We just
Not-
stopped.
Nebraska, the OK Life. Home of Arbor Day. Isn't that a national thing? Golly, Rob. You gonna get all up in it?
I am, yeah. Look at this, perfect layout. All right, guys, we made it to Nebraska. Mike's already found a mini truck and sticker, but we were on the interstate. We're on 80 East, and we were wondering why everything was running so smoothly, and it's because we have an amazing tailwind that's probably, I don't know, 25, 30 miles an hour. But here's the rig, still intact. We're still something like 18 hours from home, but anyway, just wanted to stop here at the Nebraska sign and say what's up. We're gonna keep moving, stop and get some food. Probably start to shut it down for the night, and so we're gonna be driving a lot in the dark, but we'll bring to you what we can. Hope you guys are enjoying following along. We ain't been here 20 minutes. We already had like the best time of our lives in this state.
Whole trip. Slowed down at 30-minute Nebraska. Still got a beat.
Hey, what you think that truck was? I didn't really get a good look at it. Was it GMC?
Yeah, it was GMC.
That's rad.
Dude, some older couple.
Yeah.
Own it? Driving?
Looked like a husband and wife setup.
Sweet. We like seeing them trucks on the road. We saw a killer Ram Charger that we didn't get on video. I apologize, but like a first-gen Ram Charger in transport. It was sick. Wish we would have gotten it. Might catch up with them. I don't know. We've seen them 3 times today and can't seem to get them on camera.
And
but
the super ugly grill.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, Dodge guys.
Mike, old offensive Mike, back at it again. God, just cannot get over the sky though. What happened?
He stopped to get gas, you know, like 300 miles ago. And Robert was like, I got it. I'll get it.
I did say that. And then what happened? I think I left the gas cap atop the rig.
Sold you down.
And it did this down the drive here. So, well, I guess, what do you want me to do? Stuff a rag in it?
I don't know, probably. Yeah.
I mean, should I even do anything? It's kind of a harsh angle.
If it don't start raining.
There ain't no rain getting in that. How would rain get in there? Sometimes I'm forgetful. That's what happens when you try to film, drive, pump gas, worry about the problems of the world.
That was a vintage gas cap.
It was a vintage gas cap. Actually, it actually was not a vintage gas cap. Well, we made it to Nebraska. We're gonna be driving a lot in the dark, so we'll bring something else to you we'll bring something else to you, dumb, that I do if it happens. We shall see. Catch up with you guys tomorrow. Be full day 2 tomorrow. This is our first full day of driving. Took us forever to get through Wyoming, but we've made it to Sydney, Nebraska so far, and we're gonna keep driving in the night, like I said. So we'll catch up with you in the morning unless something eventful happens. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right guys, so it's day 2, full day 2 of driving. We started Saturday night in Oregon and drove from Oregon to Idaho into Utah, and then yesterday and through the night we drove from Wyoming to Nebraska to Missouri, and I think and a little piece of Iowa, and I think we're about to run through maybe a little piece of Illinois, and then Kentucky, Tennessee home, I think. So we drove through the night. Mike drove a little bit, I drove a lot, and I'm really sleepy. So I'm about to go to sleep. You may not see anything for a bit, but we're outside of St. Louis right now, about 8 hours from home, and yeah, we're making it. The burb's doing it, drinking a lot of that. A lot of fuel, but thank goodness for a big tank. So 59 still back there. Hannah's still in there. Mike standing in that line right there. See him waving. He's gonna do it for us for a while.
100 miles to go.
What do you think about this traffic, Mike?
It's booty.
That's a pretty good one.
Yep.
Booty. We're headed home. We're in Nashville. We'll sit in this in Nashville, and then we'll do it again in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff, people. I gotta say that we made some pretty good time. The whole through the night driving thing was
clutch.
I would go with like excessive and like not good for my mental health and all those kinds of things. But we did it, and here we are. And he's gonna get to work tomorrow, and we'll be home in time for Christmas, so that's good.
Yep.
It's been a wild and crazy trip. We'll close this thing off when we get closer to home, or at home. How's Boise doing? Boise.
We're doing premium.
Premium. Doing premium. It's that nighttime ride right here. We got a little smooth pavement outside of Chattanooga. Trying to bring it on home. Y'all hear that rattle? I know you do. I hate it. Makes me want to just slap Mike and throw him out of the car.
Slap the S out of me, Robbie.
Atlanta, baby, that's where we're going. Mike, you've driven most of the day back today.
Word.
I don't know how many hours that is, but what are your thoughts on Boise the Burb?
It tows really good. I mean, we just got a small trailer with the Apache on it, so it's not like a huge load, like, you know,
10,000 pounds.
Yeah, like a 20-foot trailer, nothing like that. But it tows it really good. It's definitely, you know, struggles in acceleration and up hills. But it actually, you know, you can barely feel the trailer back there.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's because or some of that is because we beat up the suspension.
Yeah.
With Boise Spring Works, they hooked us up and helped us out. But what do you think? What do you think about the steering?
Dude, the steering is sketchy.
I mean,
you can watch while he's filming. Like, I gotta drive this. Like, you ain't one finger in this unit.
Yeah, you certainly aren't looking off either without this thing going with you.
You're going ahead. Like, you can't. It's when you hit a bump, it gets kind of darty in the front and
a little scary.
The load on the back, even though it's not squatted too bad, it'll start getting a little light in the front if you get too many bumps, and then it really gets kind of hairy. But like you can see now, we're in 3 lanes of traffic, and you know, it's kind of rough holding in the center. But you know,
YOLO. Well, I love this thing. We're only going to make it better. We're going to work on the steering and get the ride quality a little bit better, and definitely get some cosmetic stuff going on it. But
yeah,
give us a quick down and dirty on your thoughts on the 59.
Man, I tell you what, Robbie Purser has bought some poo piles in the past, but actually this one I'm really impressed. I think it's going to be a nice truck, and I think we should give it the good treatment. Yeah, the good treatment, and I think it'll make a good addition to the channel, to the truck family.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's got the diversity of something different. It's not a square body, obviously.
Yeah, it's not a square. It's not a 6772. You know, it's not 4-wheel drive. It's not, you know.
Yeah.
It's a task force truck. It's a fleet side. It's a short bed.
Killer patina.
Great patina. It's got a little rust, but it's not bad. The inside of it is like pretty close to brand new. Like the interior, it doesn't need a seat, but you know.
We have the step down, all that off the floor. I mean, I cannot even believe.
Super good shape.
Yeah.
Like everything hard to work on is basically in really good shape.
Yeah.
All the easy stuff that's got a little rust on them, fender bottoms, you know, cab corners, stuff like that. You know,
even with the visor rust, having that cab top, I mean, that's gonna take some time. But We got a good way to get through it.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really cool little truck, and especially if we do it upright, we can make a really nice cruiser out of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
A little LS with a 6-speed in it, or
Woo!
you know,
Trying to get heavy.
put it on maybe like, if we do decide like if we're gonna like seriously cruise it, maybe don't put it on huge wheels. Maybe we'll do some 20x10s in the rear or something, and just get it a decent fat tire.
I like that idea.
Super ride quality, and just make it a really good driver.
I'm all over that.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I can't thank you enough for you and Anna both for going along and helping me, execute this plan and driving and making sure the rig was good and just, sharing laughs and doing that whole deal the whole way. It's been awesome.
Heck yeah, man. 10 states.
Yeah. Let's see if we can name them all. It was Oregon, Idaho, Utah,
Wyoming,
Nebraska, a little bit of Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia. Dang!
And a plane ride. I've never been on a plane before. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
General thoughts on your first plane ride?
It was premium sketchiness.
It was actually a really good flight. I hate flying too. It was a really good flight, but there was a moment where we had about 20 minutes of turbulence that just make you not enjoy it. Well, it's been a blast. We're gonna end it right here, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you for tagging along. Cue the music.